Ant versus couch potato caterpillar. Hello everyone! Today we're diving into a story that might hit you right in the gutter, at least in your guilty Netflix queue. Picture this, you're hauling grain, leaf by leaf, under a blazing summer sun. Sweat beads on your antennae, your tiny legs ache, the jungle hums around you like an endless to-do list. Meanwhile, your friend the plump green caterpillar crawls across a banana leaf like it's a 5-star resort. He's got the vibe of a beach bum with no budget, chewing through leaves and daydreaming about his big plans. You keep pushing forward. He keeps napping in golden sunbeams. Sound familiar? You're the ant. You're small but focused. Each day, you drag food, dig tunnels, and organize supplies with military precision. You even color-code your acorn pantry. You work like your future depends on it, because it does. But every time you pass the caterpillar, he calls out with a lazy smirk. You ever think you're working too hard? Life's short, chill. And you think, short? Bro, you've got the lifespan of a budget salad bar. So, before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the videos and subscribe, but only if you actually like what I do here. And hey, drop your location and local time in the comments. I'd love to see where my fellow hustlers are tuning in from. Now, please subscribe to the channel to support us to develop the channel well. Thank you. Your days blur into a cycle of work and progress. You reinforce tunnels, invent a pulley system made of vine, and even learn ant Morse code to coordinate food distribution. And he's on his third nap of the day, humming a weird tune about becoming more than a bug. One day, he whispers dramatically, "I'm going to change the world, you know. Just wait." And you don't laugh, at least, not out loud. Because let's be real, every self-help guru on your feed kinda sounds like that. But there's a world of difference between vision and execution. Between manifesting and moving your tiny butt. Then comes the storm. Heavy winds uproot trees. The ground floods. You scramble to seal the tunnels, drag supplies in, and rescue a dozen panicked baby ants. Meanwhile, the caterpillar, he clings to a twig like it's a last-minute exam paper, eyes wide, legs flailing. Historical records suggest that massive rainstorms reshaped forest insect populations around 5000 BCE, leading to more subterranean colonies and a serious glow-up for tunnel design. It's true, trauma breeds innovation. You survive the storm, barely. He survives too, but just barely. And the next day, he's back to humming, munching, dreaming. He says, "Something big is coming." You say nothing, because something big is coming. The grind behind the glory. The sun's out again, but it doesn't feel warm, it feels like a deadline. You're back at it, moving seeds and crumbs in endless lines, your little feet thudding like tiny drums on the forest floor. You don't get medals, you don't get fanfare, but you get results. The caterpillar? Oh, he's got ideas now. Big ones. "I'm gonna be magnificent," he says between bites of a papaya leaf that was definitely not his. Wings. Transformation. "Everyone's gonna know my name." You don't argue. You just stack pebbles into the foundation of your third pantry. There's something oddly satisfying about the rhythm of routine, the quiet stacking of things that matter, the grind, the hustle, even when no one's watching. And here's the kicker: historians believe the earliest evidence of agricultural societies began with insects, not humans. You ants were farming fungi and managing livestock. Tiny aphids, of course. Before humans figured out crop rotation. That's right, you're the original spreadsheet nerd. You create a ventilation system using beetle shells and hollow twigs. You test it, you tweak it, it works. Meanwhile, the caterpillar is shedding skin again like it's a seasonal fashion trend. "Don't you ever just stop?" he asks. You shrug. Stopping isn't an option when winter's ticking closer like an unpaid rent notice. Then, boom, drought. The river dries into cracked mud, fruit falls rotten, the air turns sharp, and while the caterpillar naps in the shade, you ration food. dig deeper, and navigate raids from rogue wasps. It's chaos. There's an odd fact buzzing through your head. During major droughts, colonies have been known to elect tunnel captains and implement emergency law. That's right in politics. The debates get heated, even violent. Some ant historians still argue whether early ant kings were real or just glorified managers. But none of that matters to you. You lead. You hold the colony together. You even give the caterpillar a few of your backup berries when he comes crawling, weak and confused, asking for just a bite. You give it to him, because even though he's lazy, he's not your enemy. But let's be clear, you don't forget. The ground cracks wider, your supplies dwindle, and still, you work underground, in secret, quietly building something more than survival. You're building legacy. And one night, as the caterpillar snores with his belly full of your generosity, you whisper to yourself, let's see if he can fly past that. Winter hits like a tax audit. It starts with frost just, a whisper, a shimmer on the edges of the morning leaves. Then suddenly, like your phone battery dying at 2% in the middle of a Zoom interview, winter hits hard. The jungle turns quiet, the colors fade, and those golden sunbeams the caterpillar once bathed in, gone, replaced by sheets of cold wind and silence. You retreat underground into the tunnels you built, the stockpiles you protected, the systems you perfected. Remember the ventilation system? Still working. Remember the pulley vine encoded stone markers? Still delivering food to the nursery chamber. You sit in a warm central hall, chewing stored fungus, while outside the world turns into an icebox of regrets. As for the caterpillar, vanished. No one knows when he left. You found only a crumpled leaf hammock and a shallow hole half covered by frost. Maybe he left in search of warmth. Maybe he cocooned somewhere deep and dark, like a teenager ghosting social media during finals week. Either way, he's gone. And oral tradition, yes, it's a thing, says winter was once so harsh in 536 CE that the sun gave no light for 18 months. Historians back that up with data from tree rings and ice cores. That year, crops failed, birds fell mid-flight, and ants adapted. Always do. You teach your colony to preserve energy, rotate shifts, whisper instead of shout. You pass the time refining the blueprint for a fourth chamber. Your mind won't stop building, even in the dark. One night, a younger ant asks, why do we work when the world sleeps? You smirk and reply, because when the world wakes up, we'll be ready. Outside, wind howls like a vengeful axe. You wonder if the caterpillar made it. You think of his wild eyes and lazy grin, the way he used to sprawl across leaves like he owned the sky. Then, something shifts. The cold softens, the wind loses its bite. A few ants return from recon missions with mud on their legs and excitement in their eyes. The first bloom pokes through the snow bright yellow, defiant. Spring is here. You emerge to inspect the damage. Trees broken, moss scorched, but your tunnels? Intact. Your supplies? Low but enough. Your colony? Alive. And just when you start believing the caterpillar was a figment of your past life, like that one embarrassing email you sent to the wrong boss returns. But not as the lazy bug you knew. He flutters in with glittering wings, colors you've never seen, and an elegance that would make an influencer jealous. He's a butterfly now. He's impressive. He lands gently near your entrance, radiant and soft-spoken. I made it, he says. You nod. Barely. I told you I'd change. You nod again, then tilt your head. Got any food? He blinks. Nope, just wings. No plan, no supplies. And suddenly it hits you. All that beauty, all that freedom doesn't mean much if you didn't bring snacks. Historians still debate whether metamorphosis is a symbol of rebirth, punishment, or simply nature's weirdest flex. You don't debate, you observe. You offer him shelter for a night. And that's it. Because winter will come again. And pretty wings? They don't dig tunnels. So now the colors return, the leaves uncurl, the forest hums with a soft rhythm like nature, slowly remembering its own heartbeat. You sit near the entrance to your bunker, sunlight warming your back, tiny tools laid out neatly at your side. The butterfly warns your lazy friendies of admiring petals and whispering sweet nothings to a daffodil. You're drafting a new food map. Funny, isn't it? The things that really matter don't sparkle. They last. The wind rustles like a lullaby. The soil is damp but rich. The others in your colony giggle and chomp. The tunnels breathe again, softly humming with life and order. You feel good. Tired, but the good kind, like finishing laundry and folding it perfectly. Or surviving a full Monday. The butterfly floats by again. He waves, you wave back. And in that moment you don't feel bitter. You don't even feel smug. You just feel certain. Because now you know, while some dreamers sprout wings, others build worlds. And those who build, they stay standing long after the wings have faded. Now, please subscribe to the channel to support us to develop the channel well. Thank you.